2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the John Deere Classic. Today's coverage is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. That's not the shot he was hoping for. Henny, how's that ball lying?
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully? Yeah, that lie was nasty, but what a shot from there.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Oh, I like the look of this. Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
And it's time to recap that play.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
You want to cut the corner as much as possible to shorten your second shot on this par 5. Should you do that, a very straightforward second shot will set up birdies and eagles all day long. Find the trouble off the tee, and you'll find trouble on the rest of the hole. Don't fool yourself.
Playing from around 230 yards. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Three feet to go here to the hole.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Teeing off here at the third hole.
Par 3, 183 yards up the hill, blind tee shot. The big miss here is short right in that deep bunker. Should you find that bunker, you're also going to find yourself making bogey or worse. Anywhere on the green is a good shot.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That'll be a good result. I know it didn't go down, but it just a tap in awaits. Currently a couple under for the round. Teeing off here at the fourth.
Par 4, 448 yards, sweeping dogleg left to right, big tree in the middle, missed that, and you've got a simple second shot into a sliver of a green.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Par 4, this fairway chases away from the players down the hill, so tee shots will run forever, setting up a second shot that is very simple and straightforward.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. TPC Deer Run, Rich, is full of forced carries, and the 5th is no different.
I love the second shot. Should you find the fairway, you have a very simple shot down the hill where you can see the entirety of the green. You will go flag hunting with your second at the 5th.
Well, wonderful shot, and a chance for birdie at the 5th. It's just about 3 feet away.
Looking for another birdie here.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 4 under. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Oh, how good is that? Buries it for birdie as well.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today, as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Par 4 measures just 361 yards, but only the long players will try and drive this green. The others lay it up with an iron, wedge it on, hit it close, make your birdie.
Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Playing their 4th shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Putting now for a bogey. Looks good off the blade. And makes it for the bogey. He's in a share of 10th position.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Yeah, I can understand if you're disappointed by the bogey, but here's an opportunity to bounce back.
Par 3 down the hill. It seemingly plays short, but I can promise you it doesn't.
Opting for the 5 wood. Well, that's beautifully judged.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot. And back to the course with the live action. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Okay, steady now. All these are good putts to make. Good for momentum, right on 7 feet.
He's got this for his par.
Yeah, we'll take that. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Par 4, every single shot plays uphill. Make sure to take plenty of club.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Yeah, nicely played. A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt. All right, you'll make it the next time. Currently at -3 for the event. Next up is this two-shot hole.
Par 4, 485 yards, the toughest hole on the golf course. Make sure you find the fairway and get your second shot somewhere around the green to give yourself the best chance of making 4.
Time for the second shot here at the 9th. That one's headed left. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. How close was that to going down? Great touch. Really nicely played.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. And there it is. Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far. Rich?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
They say trees are 90% air, but so are fly screens. Try hitting a ball through one of those. Sitting at 3 under par, just outside the top 10 on the leaderboard. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Uh-oh, this one's headed for the rough.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green. Didn't that look good for a long time? What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
That's frustrating. A bogey putt awaits. Colin Morikawa currently sitting in the lead as we check the rest of the standings. Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole.
Par 4, 428-yard tree line hole. Difficult driving hole all the way around, but should you find the fairway, the second shot on a little plateau just above the fairway is very basic.
That's a heavy lie this player has drawn. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good. John Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
And back to the play, shall we? A spot in the top 20 awaits if they can make this putt. That's tracking and racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, they'll move to 3 under par. Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. Teeing off now on this par 3.
Par 3 plays 208 yards from the back. In saying that, this is a good birdie opportunity as the green is massive in size.
Not a bad play, that one. Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. That'll sting a bit. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
Par 4, back up the hill, 418 yards, the widest fairway on the golf course. Avoid all those bunkers. Second shot up the hill to a narrow green that slopes off on both sides.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards. They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th. Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
Little birdie look in here. Yeah, this is looking nice.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we? And this putt to move into a tie for third place. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Trailing by 4 strokes. Setting up now on a par 4.
Par 4, 357 yards. Almost every player in the field will be giving it a whirl. Knock it on, and you could be rewarded with an eagle, too.
Let's catch up with a human one-iron, Will Zalatoris from earlier.
I got to say, his short game is one of the best in the game.
Nicely holed. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Second shot here on the 14th. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Found the green side rough. Wow, that almost went in the hole. An opportunity to make a par here. Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
These are on rails, looking good.
And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The finish at TPC Deer Run is full of birdie opportunities and some low scoring to be had, Reg. This 14th hole is certainly part of that lineup.
Par 4, 456 in length from the back tee. Must find the fairway off the tee shot to have any hope of finding the green in 2. Large trees line the right and left-hand side of the fairway.
Opting for the 9-iron. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Here's Jon Rahm. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Getting ready to play their third. Chance to save the par if he can make this one. And now at 3 under with those finishing holes remaining. Could take it deep here. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Par 3 only plays 153, but a tricky little green to say the least. Don't let the beauty of the river to your left swallow you in. This is a tough but fun little par 3.
Pretty good shot there.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Well, it's a bit disappointing.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Teeing off here on the 17th hole.
Players looking for a fast finish on the par 5, 550 yards. Second shot does play up the hill, but there's plenty of room to miss your second shot around this green. Must make birdie for the players in the field.
Well, that should find the bunker. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, well done. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. John Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole. If you want to win at TPC Deer Run, you've got to successfully navigate this challenging final hole.
Hard to describe the difficulty of this tee shot unless you've actually been here. Par 4, 463 yards. Missed the fairway bunker down the right-hand side, and you've got a clear shot to a very narrow green surrounded by water on the left-hand side.
Better bring their binoculars. Going to have a hard time seeing the hole from there.
And this putt for a final score of 67. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. A par putt on the table. And that brings to close today's round. And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Genesis Scottish Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Rich, Rambo, he has to be one of the toughest rivals out there, doesn't he?
This man has almost no weaknesses in his game, and last time they met, Rahm had this player's number, so let's see who will be the better player this week.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's staring down 23 feet here. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
And as we head to the second, Rich, the players heading back towards the first tee.
Strong par 4 here, just under 500 yards. There's a bunker down the left-hand side you must avoid if you want a clear opening for your second shot. Narrow fairway up there. A good tee shot's a must.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Oh, better be careful out there. It's danger. It's heading left, isn't it? Yeah, well played. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Putting for birdie. Oh, so close. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Looking good so far.
Well done. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. As we head to the third hole, Rich, one of the very good scoring opportunities here at the Renaissance Club.
Yes, Luke, just about 600 yards or so. Players must hit it out to the left-hand side with their tee shots. Anything right is going to go into a huge cluster of trees where they're going to have all kinds of problems.
That's a good-looking shot there. Rich, I know you've got terrific history in Europe. You've spent plenty of time over here. You've been revered by the European Tour. You broadcast to a European audience. How special is it for you to be here at the Scottish Open this week?
I absolutely love being back at the Scottish Open, Luke. Not only because of the venue, because of the fans in the game. They're so knowledgeable. You hit a shot to 30 feet, and you hear all sorts of people hooting and hollering because they know how good of a shot that was. I mean, you had a bad angle coming out of a rough lie, whatever it is. I just love it coming back here because it seems like they have a interest, a knowledge, and a passion for the game, unlike almost any fans around the world. I think that being in Scotland, playing over here, and having to use your imagination, hitting all the shots that are required to play well over in Scotland is imperative. And I think this is why Americans love to come over here, because it's a completely different kind of golf than what they're used to back in the U.S.
And as we take a look at the fourth hole, a shortish par 4, Rich.
Yes, just around the 415-yard mark. Players who take out driver and drive it up into the narrow section of the fairway will get a really good look with their second shots.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Even for the day. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Lovely effort, that. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
If this putt drops, they'll pull in front of Rahm. This group is heating up.
Ouch, that hurts. Putting for a par now. And down it goes. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Great touch.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The fifth hole reach a really good risk-reward short four.
Most players, Luke, should go for this short par 4, but watch out for the green because this green has got all kinds of danger on it. Twists, turns, bobs, weaves, ducks, it's got it all.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Great try this one. They could get all the way onto the surface. Second shot here on the fifth. Getting ready to play their third. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Love watching this player around the greens.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. And the first of our short holes here at the Renaissance Club, Rich, is the par 3 6th.
Ooh, this is a nasty little par 3 dotted by some pot bunkers on the front part of it. A big one over there on the right-hand side. Club selection is imperative.
Outstanding approach shot. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. That was a gallant attempt. Job done. Let's head to the next. And the 7th on the card, Rich, our second of the opening 9 par 5s.
Yeah, look, a fairly generous driving area. There's just a couple of bunkers you have to worry about. However, you find the fairway. Now your chances of making birdie or better increase significantly.
Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Sitting at 2 under. Okay, let's get back to the action. And here we are with the third shot. Ooh, that almost went down. 14-footer. Was on a good line. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Rich, as we face the 8th hole, what kind of decisions do the players face off the tee?
Well, most players aren't able to carry those fairway bunkers basically right in the middle of the fairway, so they have to lay up with a 3-wood or less, find the fairway that cambers pretty significantly from left to right.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm. Let's get back to it, shall we? From around 170 yards here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
What's a strange miss there, Luke? They've been hitting the greens all day long.
Oh, Rich, how good is that? And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The ninth is a strong par 3 reach, one of the longer ones.
It is. There's some bunkers on the right-hand side that you absolutely must avoid. If you miss it on the left-hand side, however, you've got to pitch uphill to a green that will slope away from you. A par here is a really good score.
Needs this one to kick right. Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. 7 feet to the cup. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. As we begin the second 9, Rich, the back 9 starts with a par 5.
And a par 5 that players should be looking to take advantage of. Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Fairway is wide open. Does camber from right to left, so don't get too frisky down that left-hand side.
Nicely done.
This shot from around the 200-yard marker. This one looks like it'll safely make the green. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. How close was that to going down? Big putt for par coming up. That's frustrating. 4 feet to the cup. That's a good putt to hold for a bogey. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Rich, I know this next hole is one of your favourites, the 11th here at the Renaissance Club.
This is one of the coolest holes I've ever played, Luke. It's a dogleg from left to right, fairly generous teeing area. Don't want to miss it too far right, however. But the second shot into the green, this could be the coolest green I've ever seen. It's got more movement than any other green I've seen in competition. I absolutely love this hole.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That's disappointing. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. Okay, steady now. This next putt is for bogey. Game's just getting a little out of shape by the looks of it.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
The 12th, Rich, par 3, just over 200 yards on the card.
You back uphill just a little bit. What really makes this hole difficult, Luke, though, is when the wind is coming directly in the player's face. When that happens, ooh, watch out. This hole is a doozy.
Well, this one's right at the pin.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be nervous playing Jon Rahm, but it doesn't appear that way after this approach shot.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Another beautiful hole, Rich. This one right along the coast, the 13th.
Oh, this is breathtaking off the tee, isn't it? But don't let the views suck you in. Even though it's a wide fairway, you got to hit it down the right-hand side as this fairway pitches significantly from right to left. Find the fairway and happy days.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Ooh, right by the hole. Oh, that's too bad. And this putt coming up for his par. Sitting at 1 over for the day. We find ourselves on a par 3 here. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Going with the 8-iron here. And tidy looking shot, that one. That's a wonderful shot here at the 14th and sets up a chance for birdie.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Okay, time to return to the action. Just 10 feet to the cup here.
This is their look at birdie.
Oh, so close. Oh, that's a clutch par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag. Over 300 yards from the tee as well.
Going with the 7.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Gee, I think they've got the handle of this game, Rich. Fairways and greens.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Ouch, that hurts. A par putt awaits. Currently at +1 for the day. Just a few holes remaining in the round. The 16th hole, one of the last true birdie chances, Rich.
It is. Tee it high and let it fly there, Luke. Don't go down the left-hand side and find any of those bunkers. Hit it down the right-hand side, and you got to believe you're going to make, at worst, a birdie 4.
Oh, almost went in. Playing within their comfort zone there. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And back to the course with the live action. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Just didn't drop. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Well played. Now 8 shots back after that hole. All right, Rich, the 17th.
This is an amphitheater-style green. All sides kind of work back towards the green. There is a little front left section, though. When they put the flagstick over there, you have a really good opportunity to hit it in there close.
This one needs to kick left. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this one is for his par. Nice little putt to hole, that one. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Birdied their last hole.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. And as we make our way to the finishing hole here, Rich, how is this 18th at the Renaissance Club?
This is an absolute brute, Luke. Just under 500 yards, and you must find the fairway. You cannot geek it down this hole off the tee. There is danger both left and right.
Even for the day. Outstanding shot. High quality. Chance to shoot under par here. Make this for 70. And another round safely in the books. Well, Rich, it's fair to say that this player didn't quite have their best stuff this week.
Hard to see anything positive they took away from this tournament, Luke. It was just a treacherous performance all around.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Royal Championship is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm happy to be out here covering our featured group's play this week. We're in for a very entertaining time as there seems to be a rivalry starting between these two players.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
That dog will hunt.
Time for the second shot into the first. Bit untidy, wasn't it? Getting ready to play their third. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
All right, down the hill here, got to be gentle.
Oh, just missed. Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Make this, it'll add up.
This is what they have left for bogey.
That's frustrating. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Currently at 2 over par. Well, now let's see if we can get some more insight on this week's venue. John, what have you been seeing here at Lachlan Crossing that players may want to keep their mind on this week?
Well, Luke, one thing I've been seeing is a lot of excitement in the crowd. People love when the PGA Tour comes to Scotland. And if you open your eyes, you can see why. This is a classic Scottish links layout. Giant fairways and greens. And some of these greens are shared greens, so a couple holes using the same green, which is kind of a hallmark of some of these old Scottish courses. These links fairways are rugged, to say the least. Hard to tell where some of these shots will end up after they come off the club face because of the undulation in the fairways. One other thing to be aware of is the pot bunkers. There are some really small ones out there as well, and they can be very sneaky. You never know where they might pop up. Luke, I love being in Scotland. Love breathing in that crisp Atlantic air. Can't wait to see what happens on the course this week.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this whole location.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Didn't that look good for a long time? What a shot.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Currently at 2 over par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. That's a little untidy. Second shot here on the 4th. Well, safe on the surface. Maybe it's time to hole a long-range bomb. A birdie putt awaits.
With a hold putt here, he'll put some airspace between himself and Jon Rahm, maybe angering the Spanish bull a bit.
That was a gallant attempt. He's had a tough time of it on the greens here today. Hopefully all that'll change right here. Ooh, right by the hole. Bogey putt coming up here. Okay, let's head to the next. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
Now 4 back after that hole. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. Nicely done. Second shot here on the 5th. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet.
They've got this to get into a tie with Rahm.
Just hammered that through the line. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Here we are at Lachlan Cross in the 6th hole. It's one of those par 5s that just feels like it's a tad too far to reach into.
It is, especially when it's going into the prevailing wind, which is how this hole was designed. Go ahead and just bail out to the right. Avoid those bunkers completely, and you can go ahead and lay up once again out to the right-hand side. Don't challenge the bunkers. It's not worth it. Not unless you know for a fact you can get on in 2. From there, you're going to have a nice, simple pitch shot from, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 yards to a green. Fairly undulating, but still just begging to be birdied.
Let's return to live play now. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 5 shots off the lead. Nice recovery there.
Such soft hands.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more. Should find the green. That was a beauty.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Oh, so close. 8 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
Was on a good line. Just a short putt remaining here. Now 5 strokes behind. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
It's on a great line. That's inside the range. An opportunity to make their par. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Just need to pull the putter back a little bit further, I think.
I hate to use the word choke, Luke, but that's exactly what happened there. A flat out choke.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Two great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. Hello and welcome back to our coverage of this PGA Tour event already in progress. We resume play at the start of the back nine. Let's head out to the 10th hole. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. Going with the hybrid. That got a little out of control, I think.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Big par saver coming up for this fella. I don't mind the look of this. Appears to have overcooked this one. Just a 4-footer remaining. That gets the job done.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 11th hole at Lachlan Crossing is a strong par 4, 470 plus yards from the back tees, and there's plenty to contend with, Rich.
Luke, just that one menacing bunker right in the middle of the fairway that's going to drive you crazy as a player. However, you miss it. Now you got a second shot with, funny enough, no bunkers on the green. It's got a lot of undulation to it, especially on the front right part of it, so you can't afford to miss it there. Anything missing out to the left, though, just fine, my friend.
That's not what they were looking for.
A bit short with that effort.
Ooh, that almost went down. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Ooh. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
And this one will be for double bogey. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. This hole here is a par 4. Second shot here on the 12th. Well, that's a handy shot. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ouch, that hurts. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. Oh, looking to make a statement here, going with driver off the tee. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. That was wonderfully done. Second shot here on the 13th. And here we are with the third shot. That's some good golf right there. This putt is of 9 feet. Oh, just missed. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Xander Schauffele currently leading the field here. Midway through the closing 9 here at Lachlan Crossing. His 14th hole is a par 4 over 450 yards.
Once again, Luke, just another gem of a hole. Massive bunker out there in the center of the fairway. But for most players, it's not going to come into play. Anything down just the right-hand side of this fairway is ideally placed. The second shot, you've got to clear, I don't know, a lot of beach there to a green that's probably got more undulation than any other one on this golf course. A massive green, lots of opportunities to do good, but also a lot of opportunities to do some bad.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. There it is. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And a sight we're used to seeing a lot. Xander Schauffele in top spot. I love seeing stuff like that.
That's exactly what I've done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
The old hammer hands putt. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, terrific. What an effort. Let's see what happens here at the 16th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it, though. Let's see.
This is from miles away.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
That's frustrating. No, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green. Wow, what a save.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Oh, yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Sitting at 7 over for the day. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4. That's an awful error. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And back to the play, shall we? And just in the first cut here.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good. Really great work sticking the green from that lie.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That was a gallant attempt. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one will run uphill.
Just didn't drop. Putting for bogey here. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. Oh, that was flushed. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Going with the 7. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Always love these opportunities. especially when it's for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. This putt about 11 feet in distance. Looking really good, this one. Oh, so close. This is a bogey putt coming up. And tapping in to finish the round with a bogey. Well, Rich, an absolutely delightful day. Pleasure to share it with you and everyone watching at home.
Absolutely, Luke. Always a pleasure, my friend. Onwards and upwards.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.